What's up, guys? It's Jordan checking in. I have completed cosmetology school week dose, and I am proud to say that I have not cried and don't feel like I want to withdraw from the courses yet. I apologize for me being shirtless. I am hot and I don't care. So I am going to be gearing up for my first test coming up this next weekend. It's going to be on the chapter we've been going over, hair coloring. Again, if you watched my first video, you'll know that I didn't start chapter 1, basic fundamentals. I started on chapter 21. Every school is different. The way that CTE operates is it's convenient that you can enroll and start school like every 2 weeks. So obviously they don't have curriculum that's going to start everybody off on the same plane. My perspective on that is, sure, it would be nice to start at, this is a comb. This is, all the things that all of this is foreign to me. But at the same time, I think with my style of learning, if I can spearhead some of the quote-unquote more difficult things first, maybe it will gradually get easier. Not that I feel that I'm going to be able to coast by and it's going to be effortless, but perhaps maybe as time goes on, getting some of the harder things kind of out of the way will be to my benefit. Not sure. So what am I doing now? Okay, so I am a huge advocate for these right here, flashcards. I am going through the chapter. Again, bring your book, your mannequin head, all the materials you're able to, bring them home so that you can utilize them. From where I only go to school 2 days a week, that allows me a whole lot of downtime to try to absorb this stuff into my cranium. So I went through I went through a whole chapter 21 and I wrote down everything that I think is important. There's a lot of highlighted sections, a lot of terminology. Slap those bad boys on a flashcard and go through them. Just repetition is the way that my brain operates. I want it to be so mundane, boring, borderline just like stupid, just cluster whatever, if it sticks. So not only am I going to read, like literally read through my book, on the online courses it has like an audio book of the same material. So I'm going to read on my own half a dozen times probably, and then go back and do the online and let her read to me. Again, for me, that's what works. Repetition. Because if I sit at a book all day, I'm gonna take in some of it, but I've got to also be able to sit back and just kind of listen, write things, just repeat. Like I said, that works for me. Next chapter is going to be on hair cutting, and ironically enough, that's going to incorporate a lot of the fundamentals. So not, again, that I think it's going to be, coasting by easy street or anything like that, but perhaps it won't be so daunting when we get to that. I'm not a very good test taker. It could be a test that consists of my basic general information, and I would still be nervous about it, and I think a lot of people are that way. I just have to, like I said, I want it to be burned in my brain so that I know that I know that I know. So we shall see how that's going to work out for me. If my next video starts with me crying, it's probably my test did not go very well. I'll try to save the tears for off camera. Let's see, personally wise, I'm feeling pretty good. My confidence is about, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's maybe about a 5. I have a healthy amount of fear is maybe, I don't know if that's too strong of a word, but I know that I'm brand new and know nothing about this, and I know that everybody started out like that. So I understand that I have so much more to learn. You can always learn more. I don't care. People have been in the industry 20 years, no matter what profession. You can always learn new things. But my confidence is a little bit better, and I think that's mainly due to the fact that I had to switch out mannequin heads, Come to find out, the mannequin head that I had, it was proven to be ultra difficult just to be able to brush her out. And I know that I ain't no professional, but I should be able to at least brush her hair. And come to find out, she had some cemented conditioner type, I don't know, some type of product left in the hair. So each wash that I would try to do to get that out, it just made it more tangled, more fried, more difficult to work with. My instructor and I both spent the better half of close to an hour trying to comb it out ourselves and couldn't do it. So he switched it out for a much easier model, and like I said, my confidence tripled just being able to comb her hair. I am practicing as far as the mannequin, how to part the hair and do J knots, which is, I don't know if you've ever seen, whenever they take, sorry, rude cars, but they take the strands of hair and they kind of twist it and then it goes around the hair and clip it up into nice little like bun looking thing. That's a J knot. I'm not very good at those. So I've just been practicing that, practicing how to section out the hair, and like I said, the basic stuff, so that the next time I go to class, it's going to be a little bit easier, a little bit easier, a little bit easier. As far as being the only guy, I'm still the only guy. I'm student. There's 2 male instructors, but I'm still the only male student, and I'm still the only brand new student. Again, the way CTE operates, that could change next week. That could change in the next month. But for right now, I'm still the Lone Ranger. I still, like I said, I'm not afraid walking into the classroom. I don't get tripped up in an, chauvinistic, male, egotistical kind of thing. But it's weird, seems like most of the people there, whether they've been there a while or they all live, seems to be pretty close around here, they know each other. And girls, make friends, it seems a little easier, at least that's the way it seems. With that, this is not to talk ill of any student or females or anything like that, but the drama unfolds. I sit by and I'm just like with my popcorn, just like, again, they'll fight over bowls, they'll fight over towels, they'll fight over their boyfriends, they'll fight over all this stuff. So when I hear that, I just kind of like take a couple steps back, because that's not my personality style. And that's not to say that these are, bad people or anything like that. You have to let off steam and things, but I do my best to try to avoid that. But it comes with the territory, I think. Again, being 98% female, you're going to have that. I don't make the rules. Don't be mad at me. I don't make the rules. But in my class, everybody's been really nice and patient with me as I ask question after question after question. Because, again, I paid for my education. So I am in charge of my experience. And my personality, I don't care if you're annoyed by me asking a question. That's what I'm here to do, boo-boo. I'm so sorry to hurt your little feel badge, but you're going to have to sit there. But yeah, the advisors, the lead instructors, I don't have a whole lot of interaction with them because I'm not out on the floor. But the interaction that I have had, they're very nice. Any questions that I have, they're there to answer. That is their job. But they are very kind and patient with me, so I am more than appreciative of that. So again, I haven't cried yet. I don't feel like I want to withdraw. I don't feel like it's a mistake or anything like that. I'm very excited, and I think that's not going to be every day of cosmetology school. There's going to be times where I'm going to want to pull out what little hair I have, but right now I'm still pretty positive, pretty optimistic, and apparently there's leaves flying around my head. But yeah, so my test, I'm just going to cram for it. Read. We shall see. So tune in next week.